and welcome back to Time Travel Comics. I have my milkshake in hand, and today we're still enjoying summer, and what better way to do it than having some ice cream and looking at some covers with the soda shop. And here I am at Lickety Split here in Chicago, a soda shop that's been here for many years and has that vintage appeal. So stick around, we're going to look at great milkshake covers, ice cream covers, Archie. We're also going to explore the Dell 4-color series and a lot more. So grab your soda fizz, chocolate milkshake, or sundae and have a seat and enjoy as we're talking comic books. So let's have at it. And it looks like our time machine is ticking away. I put a random time tokens from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and even later. And I'm just really excited to explore the milkshake in comic books, particularly in covers and on the inside and the soda shop. And what better way to start than with a traditional Dell comic? This is the 4-color series, number 389. Right there, you can see that 10-cent cover and Andy Hardy himself in the middle. Now, he was a part of a series on TV, a black and white show. It was also a radio program. And at the beginning montage of this video, you'll see him opposite Judy Garland. And Mickey Rooney played Andy Hardy in that TV series. But he has his adaptation and his appearance in comic book in this book in 1952. The lady in red enjoying her milkshake. Her name is Polly. Andy is in the middle working as a soda jerk. And not that he's a jerk, but that's what the title was back in the day for people who made fizzes and sodas and also milkshake. And this innocent chap, well, he's enjoying his ice cream a little differently as he's distracted and it plops on the customer's head. So a beautiful cover. I like the details, even the leg rest on the bar stools, the green in the background, just a wonderful nostalgic cover of vintage Americana. Looking into the page here of issue number 389, different stories, different little comedic episodes here. You can see the hairstyles of the ladies back then in 1952. And wow, a smooch right away. Looks like Polly's in the background. She's getting wind of everything. And they're basically pals together here. Andy and Polly. Even Polly gets him out of trouble. I guess he's looking for some CPR there. Oh boy. But in the inside of the book, no milkshakes to be had, but loads of fun. But just wanted to show you that. Andy Hardy, milkshake cover. And now leaving 1952, we're getting into 1960 with Marge's Little Lulu, another Dell book, and another green cover. How about that? Look at that as we have Tubby kind of losing his balance on the stool. And Lulu just mischievously laughing away. And again, we have that milkshake in the metal cup with a shield guard right there. And that's the way they did it. I know in later years they served in a fancy parfait glass. But here in the 50s, it looks like they did it differently. When they were mixing the milkshake, they used that extra tall cup within a cup, but it does look appetizing in its pink form. And another milkshake cover in the soda shop or soda parlor, and we're greeted by a series of little Lulu. Here I guess you could see the milkshake stain went right through. I love these old books. I always pick up low-grade copies, so that's me. But nonetheless, it preserves the story. It's complete and a lot of fun. So looking into the pages, we just have just some short stories adapted here in the pages right there. So Lulu comes from the newspaper, and Dell was able to perform a compilation. So just great artwork and a lot of fun, and another milkshake cover. Much like little Lulu, Harvey had another character that resembles her, and that's Little Dot in Dotland. And a shout out to Captain Strangeliffe, a big, longtime fan of the Harvey comics. And in this little corner here, we have little dot and a lot of dots over here, but another milkshake cover with her friend right on the opposite side. And her name is Little Lada. So Little Dot and Little Lada are both enjoying fizzes and milkshake, and just another fun cover as we share the theme here. And the cover doesn't really pertain to what's inside the book. As you see, they're in a hot air balloon. We can see Richie Rich making a appearance here in this mini anthology compilation book. Little Lada is in there again with her shenanigans. Short story written too, and then Richie Rich again, and Irona the maid. So Harvey Comics is always pleasant, whimsical, and fun. But that cover right here is so great to see. Just really fun, of an era where you could just go to your corner shop and ask for a sandwich, a milkshake, or Coca-Cola. The soda fountain was a big hit. Other comics also included the milkshake, not just Harvey Comics and Dell, but also Gold Key. And this is another presentation of the soda fizz and also milkshake. And it's cute to see that Donald Duck has what looks like to be a strawberry one, a chocolate fizz with basically it's from the like soda mixed in with ice cream, kind of like a black cow or something of that nature, a Coke float where you have ice cream with soda. And Pluto is enjoying a bone in his particular glass. So this is always fun, a Carl Barks cover. Carl Barks is known for these lovely Walt Disney right here covers. And again, green seems to be always a contrast to the, I guess, the pink milkshake. So just wonderful, an assortment of stories inside, different adventures, great advertisements for the tapes, actually. These are the cassette tapes, records, and 8-track, because this book was from August of 1971. So, of course, no CDs or anything, but I was surprised to see some tape cassettes in there. So, really cool. The Aristokittens, that's a fun little series too. Also, a cartoon in the Saturday morning lineup. So, if you couldn't get to Saturday morning fast enough, you had comic book. And this one was a great one with Walt Disney, a very beloved and popular and common character that we know. So there we have some more milkshake fun. An interesting piece of trivia in television and Americana history is that Mickey Rooney and Andy Hardy was an inspiration for the Archie series. And without Mickey Rooney, Andy Hardy, there wouldn't have been that jump to create the characters that we know and love from Archie Andrews to Betty and Veronica. Originally, Archie appeared in Pep Comics number 22, and then his popularity soared after that, and he was appearing more in stories rather than The Shield and other short stories in Pep Comics. So eventually, he became a mainstay. And as I'm showing this cover, I really love it. It's just phenomenal and fantastic. I'm happy to show you here at Time Travel Comics, where Betty is enjoying a huge bowl of ice cream, and she says, "My diet calls for only one dish of ice cream a day," and that is truly awesome. Veronica here is startled, and she too has a milkshake, looks like a chocolate one from the color there. But just love this cover from November of 1961, issue number 71. And we're actually looking at a Bob White cover. Also, Harry Lucy and Dan DeCarlo did a lot of the covers, and you could tell who the different artist was by the eyes, and if there was a crease in the lip, it was usually one artist from another. There's a lot of details in that, but Archie had a tendency not to have the author, or rather the cover artist, on the cover, and keeps a lot of fans guessing. But this is a Bob White cover. Just very enjoyable. The interior artwork is actually Dan DeCarlo, as we have little whimsical stories here. See Betty right there. Let's see the splash page. There we go. Well, it looks like they're going to kind of a haunted house. It looks like it's been abandoned. But the interior is always whimsically drawn. And what's fun about reading Archie's, they begin and end all in the same book, and they're all the same tried and true formula of the stories, just kind of rehashed differently. And that was the goal of the publisher. It was just to keep the stories similar so that had a beginning and an end, and a lot of fun. Look at that pinup page. Look at Archie, that lucky guy, son of a gun. She even brought an oxygen tank to reach him down there. It looks like he doesn't, but have one. But great stuff. The summer covers are great. I just did an episode with summer fun. And I also thought that ice cream and milkshakes go right in hand with summer fun. So that's why I'm following up with this video. Just look at that. Just so great. You can even pick up some records too if you're at it. Just wonderful. Great stories there. Just going to show the back cover for the captain, who's always asking about what's on the back cover. And then for the gentleman, Betty and Veronica. So great cover. Love it. Love it. And since we brought in Betty and Veronica, why don't we bring in Archie the man himself, Archie Andrews. And this is a fun little cover again. This is an early issue number 91 of Archie. And this came after Pep Comics. That's where he was able to have his own book. And we have here a Leon Wink cover with Veronica kind of gazing, enjoying her soda while looking right at Archie. And I love the little details, even the heart shape within the wired chair, the straw holder, which you don't see anymore, the fountain glass and all the soda dispensers right there. And just enjoy that cover right there for a moment as we are in a soda shop and enjoying and taking it in. Great stories again. You even have Reggie in the mix, Jughead, in those kind of high school collegiate sweaters with their names on it. Kind of a fun 50s thing. And this is also from 1958, so check out the fashion there. We have Jughead in his own little strip there. Pops, the owner of the diner and the soda shop. So yeah, we have just great artwork there. And soda shop comic parade continues. As Archie makes an exit, this is Laugh from Archie series. It also compiles a lot of short stories. And here we have the door saying chocolate shop. That's where Archie and the gang would always meet to enjoy either hamburgers or just to get together. And it's funny how the theme of the diner and the soda shop, it pervades culture for young teens. For example, Saved by the Bell, they would meet at the Max to enjoy a drink, soda, of course, or a hamburger or a sandwich after school. Archie did it here at the chocolate shop. You have Happy Days also meeting at Al's. So it just, a lot of the stories and shows, even on TV, had a central place where young teens can go. And it also made for some great artwork. We have Veronica here keeping Archie waiting. You can see that he's just kind of waiting and just kind of getting a little anxious and nervous with little bubbles popping above his head there. But another cover, this is a Sam Schwartz cover. Sam Schwartz has a rich history with Archie Comics. He actually joined MLJ Comics in 1942 after Archie was created. And MLJ stands for the three main founders, which is John Goldwater, Maurice Coyne, and Louis Silbergleit. Together, they formed MLJ in 1939, creating Pep Comics and eventually a line of different series from Archie to Jughead to even this one right here, and Laugh. And MLJ always had the chocolate shop, the soda fountain rather, always in mind. Looking into the stories, they're all a bunch of gags and hoax, and even Betty not looking her best right there as she's making herself up for Halloween. And can't believe that's around the corner. But we're still enjoying summer fun and milkshake. And also Katie Keene. This was a Katie Keene story in there. And of course, and always, a shout out to Ranger Sly, because you can never go without a little Western appeal there. And just love the splash on that. Wow. Didn't even realize that was in there. That's a fun surprise. There we go. Katie Keene, thank you very much. So you have a couple stories in here, including some advertisement for some ballpoint pen for Archie as they advertised their Pal and Gal series. I have a couple more Archie books to show you. I don't want to go into too much detail, but just wanted to show you the soda fountain here in the Archie joke book. And another note about Sam Schwartz is that after working with Archie in 1965, he left for Tower Comics to actually contribute to be an editor. So he edited Thunder Agents and also started another teen title called Tippy Teen. And eventually, with the failure of Tower Comics, he moved on to DC, where he did the Debbie titles. So from Archie to Tippy Teen to Debbie, from 3 different companies, Sam Schwartz was doing that. So, but these are fun. There's Pop and all the decision that he has to, Archie showing all the decision on the board behind him. And that's fun. Son, how does this hangout prepare you for adult life by forcing me to make decisions? And then we have here Veronica going with a date with Archie, and they're enjoying some lime rather, fizz for 20 cents. And let's take a break to know that Pepsi offers more bounce to the ounce. There's no ad placement there, no sponsorship. I just wanted to show this nice ad. Everybody enjoying a Pepsi. So even just a little sip is always refreshing as there's more bounce to the ounce. But if you're not a Pepsi fan, that's okay. I also have Coca-Cola. Fanta, Sprite, or Coca-Cola, and you push the button and it'll come out right there. But if you want to see the full inventory, it's just a matter of opening it up and seeing what's inside. But you can enjoy that. So just fun. Little bank right here. Take some batteries on the bottom. And kind of heavy too. So I have. So even little Lulu sometimes has some trouble using those vending machines. Have you ever been to Wendy's or some of the fast food places? You have to create and make your own drink. Well, they even had that going on back in the day. And this book is from January 1961. A fun cover, a white cover, but it is a little bit worn. We have Margie's Little Lulu yet again, not with the milkshake, but with the soda fountain right there. So just love it. Right there, right there. That's pretty cool. Different stories again, all from the newspaper and making her way into this Dell publication from 1961. So which one of you said you couldn't get enough Carl Barks artwork? Well, have no fear. I have another Dell book with Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Another 10-center right there with Walt Disney Comics. And there we have it again, is Carl Barks artwork. Just well known for his style and bringing Disney to the pages of comics in this wonderful issue from August of 1955. And another milkshake cover and a rainy day cover. So a little bit of rain coming through. They're happy because they're right underneath the umbrella perfectly, where Donald Duck is getting some drops on his head. Great artwork again. I love how they say Dell comics are good comics, just so that they can distinguish and entice parents to buy these for their kids instead of those raunchy, rough action comics and Marvel comics. No, no, no. Well, it wasn't Marvel back in 1955, but rather Atlas Comics. So forget suspense and horror and those action detectives and the topics like that. Well, you can get into some wholesome comics that you can have here. So there's Pluto, Mickey Mouse and the gang, just great artwork all the way. Copyright in the corner there, Walt Disney. So they were a household name at this time. And if you didn't get enough, you can also order more. Milkshake cover, great. And I know you all are getting full now with all the milkshakes and sodas going around, but we just have to ask ourselves, how does Richie Rich enjoy a milkshake? And the cover says it all right over here from the 70s, 1976. He's in behind a limo driver in the car, and he's watching Casper, a Harvey classic. He has his toppings that he needs to put inside the milkshake. He has a stack of comic book. That's just so awesome right there. And his record player, so he's equipped. He even has a blender, a mixer, and this is exactly how they made milkshake with this spinner right over there. So, of course, he's not going to have a glass. He's going to have a golden cup and even a golden handle to roll down the window. That is class in this Richie Rich series of profits. And we're greeted by Casper in the splash page, even Snoopy pencil sharpener, anybody? Back to school right there. And super cute. So we have Casper, we have Richie Rich, we have his stories, plenty of stories in there, and a lot of fun. Oh, he's even going to school. So just different stories right there. Money blowing in the wind, of course. And some advertisements in the back for Evel Knievel. So the 70s and enjoying milkshakes. This is how it's done, folks. Right there. As I'm time traveling, I always have to return to the current time, and we're always hearing the news about inflation and the cost of gas and the prices, and recently a Inflation Reduction Act that's looking to be passed for a lot of money. But even back in the day, this cover even fights inflation. Help fight inflation. He's protesting Pops, who's the owner of a chocolate soda shop, that the prices are kind of high, and he's ordering 3-line fizzes, which is the cheapest on the menu, so that he wouldn't have to pay too much for his dates, Betty and Veronica. Because Veronica wanted the Super Sundae, that's $1.75, and also Betty wanted the Royal Split, but instead Archie Andrews chimes in, let's make it 3-line fizzes, Pop. Help fight inflation. What a gag, even back then. And we are wrapping up our show of milkshake covers and the soda fountain with a issue from 2001, actually, with Archie as a soda jerk, as it says here. But he says, I'm no soda jerk, I'm a physicist. And he's using carbonated water to create the fizz, usually with flavor. And you can see the bubbling action right there. And you can even see Stan Goldberg and Bob Smith, who had a hand in doing a lot of comics. Actually, Stan Goldberg did work for Millie the Model, that's for Marvel, and even joined Archie because he mastered that character style of that teenage look and fun. So here we have right there the soda shop in the corner. We have Archie and being a soda jerk. My father actually, he worked in a soda fountain at a young age and used to work with Walgreens here in Chicago. This was back in the 50s and early 60s. Anywho, so that's why I have a little bit of fondness for these milkshake covers and soda fountain covers because it was always interesting to hear about Woolworth and Walgreens and the culture of just simply going back and enjoying your favorite drink and just being with friends. Even in 2001, we have the final soda fountain cover to date that my research has brought me to. I hope you enjoyed this particular video, and thank you for watching.